Alright, well, I might have just cracked it. The question that's been bothering me for so long, for 25 fucking years. Why am I so fucked up? What's the cure? What bit of psychology do I need to know to fix my fucking life? Buko. I think I might have cracked it. And that is, I mean, we'll see. Like, I'll revisit this video in a couple months and we'll see if it still holds. But basically, it's not about what you do. It's about who you are. And who you are, your level of self-belief, of self-assuredness, of self-confidence, it all comes from keeping promises to yourself. That's all it takes. I'm going to do this at this time, and then you do it. It doesn't matter how small or how big the fucking task is, as long as you do it when you say you're going to do it. That's all you need. And each time you do that, you rack up a small win and you grow your self-confidence by a little bit. The easiest way to stack up small wins and grow your self-confidence is getting into a routine. Because then you just use a time trigger and your automatic habit formation equipment in your brain to just do the same shit over and over and over again, regardless of how you feel. This morning it was pouring down fucking rain. I didn't want to fucking go, and I did it anyway. I didn't even have my fucking gear. I didn't have anything, but I showed up anyway. I went through the pouring rain. I was soaked when I got there. I did a 2-hour training. I got back. I felt fucking fine. Also, so that might be it. We'll check this back in a couple months and we'll see if this really was the big turning point. The big turning point of my life when I realized this. Because this kind of explains the whole Zen in the art of motorcycle maintenance, or just Zen in general, you know? Like, it doesn't matter what you do, because the same lessons can be learned. You can learn the same lessons about life regardless of what you do. And anything from carving to music to whatever the fuck, it's all the same fundamental principles. So this might be it. So when you start doubting whether or not to do something, it's like, oh, maybe it's not worth it. It's not about it being worth it or not. You have to compare the negative consequence of doing that thing, even when you don't feel like it, to the gain in self-confidence and self-belief by doing that thing regardless of how you feel. So, yeah, just do things you don't even think you want to do. And if you rack that up enough, you do that for a long enough time, you become fucking unstoppable. You say things and things just happen. So, because of that, I've already automated my health. So I go to sleep at the same time, I wake up at the same time, and I train at the same time every day. And I meditate a little bit at the same time every day, but not as strictly. And then today I also added another thing, which was doing the task of the day, which was very, very easy. We send 5 messages to people, but doing it at 11 o'clock. it has to be, it's not just doing the thing. You have to do the thing at a certain time that you say you're going to do it. If there's no time involved, then there's no certainty and it doesn't build your self-confidence. I know that because that's why, hypothetically, that's why I've been underperforming in sales for so long, because I didn't have that self-belief. Because regardless of the fact that I was super charismatic, I wore a suit, I'm tall, I'm buff, I'm talkative, I'm smart, I know how to get things done. Regardless of that, people didn't trust me because I didn't trust myself. I didn't believe in myself because I say things and they don't happen when I say they're going to happen. If you were dating someone and they said, on Wednesday I'll pick you up at 8 after training or whatever, and then every week they showed up at 11:30, you'd be pretty fucking pissed. You'd be like, what the fuck? I can't trust you. You say one thing and then you do another. So ultimately that's all it takes, man. If you trust yourself, if you have belief in yourself, then other people will believe in you too, and you will get everything you ever wanted. That's all it takes. So today I woke up, trained, microdosed, meditated, got back, worked at 11 o'clock specifically, had a nap, re-upped the microdose, had a nap, listened to music and some affirmations, brainwashing myself into positive vibes. Then I sat down to do Mike's website and I didn't move for 6 hours, 5-6 hours. I just completely got into the zone and I just did his thing. I just created a fucking landing page for him. It looks professional as fuck. It used all the copy, all the photos he had, and it looks dope as fuck, man. And you set that up in 6 hours. That's all it took. Hyper fixating and getting it done. And now I just sent it to him and I was like, here's a viable product. This is something you can actually use and start sending leads to. And now it's a thing. And he seems pleased with it. So I'll talk to him tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. And now it's time for a feast. I haven't eaten all day because I've just been drinking coffee and the microdose also doesn't contribute a lot to hunger. But that is steak, 8 eggs, and 2 bags of rice and a fuck ton of butter. That is mango and dragon fruit on sticky rice, and that is oats with dark chocolate and some milk to go with that. This is gonna be a big ass feast that I completely fucking deserve because I worked my ass off today and I actually helped someone solve one of their problems. Now I'm gonna watch Fight Club and I'm gonna eat all of this delicious fucking food. The second thing is maybe I've found my competitive advantage, which is my biological knowledge and knowledge of psychology and biology combined with my knowledge of psychedelics. I can use that to basically self-hypnotize myself and self-delude myself into whatever mindset I need necessary. And I know exactly where I want to go. I know exactly where I don't want to go, or I need to write that up, but I know where I want to go. And so whenever I take acid, or whenever I take psychedelics, whenever I feel a compulsion to do something that isn't good for my life, I have the mindfulness and presence necessary to just sit there and be like, this isn't what you really want to do. Even if you did do it, you would feel like shit. You would feel like shit while you're doing it. And that's just because psychedelics make the brain much more plastic. So you feel the changes in your identity a lot faster. You feel as you're scrolling social media that your brain is rewiring itself to be a loser. You're becoming more and more of a loser with each swipe you make on fucking social media. With each YouTube video you click on, with each whatever the fuck. You become more and more of a loser. You feel it. And it's unearned. But because of, it's also a very dangerous tool, because you can also do the opposite. You can fuck yourself up for life, make yourself retarded, turn yourself into a fucking NPC. Yeah, like fry your brain. You could fry your brain easily. Easily, bro. Easy. But I know what I need to do, and I know I'm on the upward spiral, man. The rocket is just taking off. So I'm going to enjoy this fucking meal. I'm going to watch Fight Club. Maybe Snatch as well. I'm going to go to sleep at 1. And we'll see what else. I have basically the rest of the day, the rest of the evening to do whatever the fuck I want. I'm going to DJ, maybe re-record that Craig Zen cover, and read some of Casanova's journals, and go to bed and do it all over again. This might be my competitive edge. We'll see how it goes, man. Feeling optimistic. All right.